All right, in this screencast, we're going to be taking a look at the questioning and reflecting activities in Smart Learning Suite Online. You can begin by clicking on Add Activities to pull up your menu. And the questioning and reflection category right here is going to contain 3 different groups of questioning and reflection activities. There are 2 shouted out activities, there are 2 response activities, and several handout activities. Now, I want to point out that the shouted out activities you can always create on your own. These are just giving you some ideas of how you could do it, like the 3 facts, 2 questions, 1 opinion, the plus minus interesting. But essentially, these are just shouted out activities that you could create on your own, but they're great for questioning and reflection. It's the same for the response activities here. How do you feel about the topic? That's basically just a poll question there. And then you also have an agree or disagree. Kind of, this is essentially a true false type of deal as well. But again, it's a great activity that you can just plug in for questioning and reflection. But we really want to take a look at the handout activities, which are going to serve more as a questioning reflection type of graphic organizer here that you can use. And these are some really great activities that you can easily integrate in your class. So I'm going to just choose the basic exit ticket to start. And if we click on that exit ticket, it's going to set up our lesson so that we can make that exit ticket interactive for our students. So we could essentially upload a Google slideshow and then go ahead and add an exit ticket toward the end of it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this exit ticket poetry exit ticket. Now, when we preview this, this is essentially our blank ticket. It just says explain what you learned about the topic. But since I'm still in editing mode, if I would want, I could go ahead and I could add something written here. I could draw some arrows or do something else to kind of show the students, here's something I want. But ultimately, these are designed to basically just be used as is. It's a general use exit ticket that can be used in any content area. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll call this exit ticket sample. And I'm going to go ahead and add another questioning and reflection activity here. And for this one, let's do the 6-word summary. And I'm going to go ahead and add another one. And how about we pick the let's do the 3, 2, 1 countdown. That's a good one. All right, so let's finish editing and take a look at what this might be like from the student side of things. So we've got our poetry exit ticket. Now I'm going to switch over to the student view. So we could be at the end of a lesson and I'd ask everyone to complete their exit tickets. As you can see, the students have the ability to hit the start button. And once that loads up for them, they can use the pen tool, the image tool, or the text tool to explain what they learned about the topic. So I learned blah, blah, blah. So whatever the students decide here, they can add. And when they're finished with their exit ticket, they do have a done button in the upper right-hand corner of all their handouts. And when they hit the done button, they can no longer edit unless they click on that they want to edit again. But that's significant because if I go to student progress on the teacher side of things, I'll see a little check mark next to any student that said they were done. Now, for the sake of this example, I'm going to show you that you can go ahead and move your lesson pacing from teacher to student so that I don't have to move the entire class along. If I've got several exit tickets I'd like them to complete, obviously they're going to be working at different paces. So now when I switch back to my student mode, this student has the ability to move on to the next exit ticket. So now I have create a 6-word summary. So now my student's able to hit the start button. And we're going to see that graphic organizer load up again, or I'm sorry, the exit ticket kind of load up again and give me a 6-word summary for this class. And the student can go in and they can add a 6-word summary of whatever they need to do. Just as they're going through it, they can use images, things like that if they need to. They can hit done when they're finished and they can move on to the next one. So again, this is a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Same concept, students have the same tools. They have a pen tool, they have the image, they have the text, but they can put 3 facts they learned, 2 questions about today's lesson, and 1 big idea. And I love this exit ticket just because it works in pretty much any situation, gives you some data for which questions really are still lingering, and what were the big ideas that students retained from the lesson. And again, I'll be able to go through any of these slides and I can check on my student progress. Even if they exit the class, I'll still be able to see that.
And those are some of the questioning and reflection activities in Smart Online.